Hello, my friends. This is Max from Your Effective Life, where we talk about all things work, school, and lifestyle related so that you can live the life that you want. Let's get into it. It's 8:30 p.m. on a Thursday night, and you're just starting your new paper for the week. You have 12 Red Bulls in front of you, and you've been planning to start this for the last 2 months. And now today is the day that you're finally doing it because it's due tomorrow. Fast forward 4 hours, you're asleep, all of the Red Bulls are drinking, so you've consumed roughly 30 million calories in caffeine and sugar, and the assignment is halfway done and it's 80% pretty bad. Now, the question here is this your most effective life? Could things be better? Is there a better way of planning your time so that you can be done with all of your assignments at 6 and have them in 2 weeks early? I'm here to tell you that there is. That's what we're talking about today. How to get your homework done by 6 every day. Alright, I have 5 things for you on how to finish by 6. So number 1, start early. What does that look like? Starting early means not just getting up early to start working on your assignments before other people are up. It means planning ahead and starting early in the week, in the month, as things are due. Something I've noticed throughout my college career is we'll be assigned a project that's due in 3 weeks from now. It'll be a big website or a coding project. And I'd say roughly 70% of all of my classmates don't start until 2 days before. Very few people actually start on things the day or within 2 days of being assigned a project. And I'm here to tell you that that is the number one best thing you can be doing to improve your grades and your overall learning at school, is start on the projects within a day or two of being assigned. So I like to think about Aesop's fables, alright? So we have the ants and we have the grasshopper. The ants are all preparing for the winter. They're putting away all their wheat, they're putting it down in their little ant hill, and as they're working, laboring, carrying this huge bundle of wheat, the grasshopper comes up and he's playing his fiddle. And the ants say, "Why are you playing this fiddle?" And he says, "Well, I'm just making music. I love to dance." And they say, "Oh, okay." Fast forward, a couple months later, it's winter, and the ants are eating their wheat, and this grasshopper comes up, knocks on the anthill door, and he says, "Hey, can I have some food? I'm really hungry." And then the ants say, "Well, do you still have your fiddle?" And he says, "Yeah, I do still have my fiddle." He says, "Well, go play that. Go dance away, because you're not getting any of our food." And then the grasshopper dies. So, what is the moral here? The moral is that we need to prepare early so that we can enjoy our lives and not have to worry about starving to death. The grasshopper's problem was that he was having too much fun when he should have been working and being productive. So as we work on our projects and our different assignments, we need to start early, put in that time so that you can dance and listen to your music every night, but it's not taking the place of the most important thing, which is actually acquiring the food, actually getting the grade. Alright, tip number 2, every day think about the number 1, maybe second most important thing that you want to accomplish that day. Why? Well, every day we have tons of stuff going on. I know for me I have 3 or 4 classes, and then I have work, and then I'm trying to manage my relationships with my friends or the different books I'm reading, and it can add up very quickly, all of the different assignments and projects and hobbies that I want to be working on. So every day, if you just pick the number 1 and possibly 2 things to really focus on and get done, then you'll actually be much more effective because you know that you're accomplishing something important every day. That prioritization you have to go through in order to select important things is really important for helping you and your mind to understand what you truly value. The things that you are willing to spend time on and invest time into are the most important things in your life. So if you want to know how much someone values you or how much someone values other people, just take a look at their calendar and how they use their time. It's important for you and for us to choose effective things to spend our time on. And when we choose to invest time early in the process on a new project, new hobby, those kinds of things, when we invest our time early, then we get better payouts in the end. Tip number 3 is to understand your optimal cognitive times throughout the day. So what does that look like? Well, in the Andrew Huberman podcast a few weeks ago, he talked about something called ultradian cycles. And what those are is throughout the day, your body actually has optimal about 90-minute periods where it's prepped and ready to just focus on a cognitively demanding task. So something like your math homework or a big work project or brainstorming for a new YouTube video. These blocks of time are really made for your mind to develop. It's important for you to understand when those rhythms are, and they can change day to day, person to person. But generally, you get one in the morning, sometime after you wake up. So for me, I wake up at roughly 6 a.m. every day. I'm kind of groggy, sleepy, so then I do some yoga, kind of read, just get into the day. And then about 7:30, I feel like that first rhythm really hits for me, and then I'm just in. I'm ready to go. So then from about 7:30 to, let's say, about 10, I can just focus, and then I need a little break, come back at it 10:30 to 11, maybe even 11:30, and I can just go all day. So I come back into it, and then usually around lunchtime, or an hour or two after lunchtime, it's pretty slow. I think we all know about that afternoon sleepiness that takes over. You get through that, and then usually you get another rhythm at night, another kind of 90-minute cycle where your body's ready. And it's important as a student, as an employee, business owner, anything, to take advantage of those times to really get your 1 or 2 tasks, big tasks done for the day. So what I suggest doing is wake up in the morning, do your 5-minute daily planning, and then put the most important thing in that first block of your ultradian cycle for the day. And if you don't think you'll finish, then put it also into the second block. I find that for me, the morning tends to be the most secure time of the day. Anything in the evening is very easily pushed off or moved around if everything earlier in the day gets shifted at all. Tip number 4 is no phone, no notifications, and no fun. I'm just kidding. You can have some fun. But definitely no phone, no notifications. Why? Well, it turns out that when you look at your phone while you're working, your brain actually switches. It switches what mode it's in. It goes from, okay, I'm working on math to, oh, I'm looking at how big my friend's butt is. And the problem with that is that your brain actually does a very poor job at switching back and forth between these two things. Throw in a message from your friend, and now you have your friend, your Instagram, and your math homework all at once, and your brain's just going to get more and more jumbled. Some studies have shown that it takes usually about 20 minutes after putting your phone away for your mind to fully switch into your next task. So if throughout, say you have a 2-hour block to do math homework, if throughout that block you keep looking at your phone, then every time you do, you're losing 20 minutes out of that block of focus time. That's why when you plan your day, you can have phone, you can go on Instagram, you can do whatever, get your notifications. But what I'm saying is those ultradian cycles where you're getting things done each day, you really need to focus on getting that actual work done. And having no notifications on will help that. So here's a quick demo. This is what turning on Do Not Disturb on your phone looks like. What this does, it'll just automatically silence everything for you. I personally have set up some focus modes that just automatically turn on from 8 to 6 every day so that I can make sure to stay focused. By doing this, you reduce that context switching aspect of your brain where you lose 20 minutes every time. Tip number 5, every 50 minutes, take a 5-minute walk. Okay, why should we walk? It turns out we've actually developed as humans to think better while we're moving. In the book Brain Rules, the author goes into a specific study of how we've developed over time to think more on our feet rather than sitting. Because oftentimes you had your hunters out, killing elephants and catching rhinoceroses. And to do that, they needed to be very active, very alert, and planning as they went. So as we ourselves are moving, put ourselves in more of a dynamic state, then our brains are able to think faster and to process information quicker. If you have the opportunity to work on a treadmill, maybe you can do it. It's kind of hard to type like that. But what I'm just saying is that every 50 minutes, give your brain a quick little breather to let it walk out some of the information that it's taking in. And doing so will help it retain and then also build on whatever information you're learning at the time. So every 50 minutes, take a 5-minute walk break. So how does all of this come together to help you get your homework done by 6 every day, if not earlier? Well, first things first, if you're starting early in the morning, if you start, let's say you start at 9 a.m. every day and you're ready to go. You line up your ultradian cycle and you're going. First thing you're going to do is get that most important task done every day. In the course of, a college semester, you don't have that many most important assignments every day. If you break up over the week all the different projects you have, really if you do one important thing each day, you're going to get everything done far in advance of any of your peers. Make that a priority. Every day, get that most important thing done in those first 1 or 2 ultradian blocks of your day. Next thing you're going to do is you're not going to have your phone out. Why? Because it distracts you. When you stay focused on that specific problem for longer, you do exponentially more output in that time, which saves you free time later so that you can play your fiddle like that grasshopper. Still enjoy your time. Then, throughout the day, take your 5-minute walks to help keep your brain active and remembering all the content that you're taking in. And I'm telling you from my own experience, I get everything done by 6 and I turn in all my projects at least a week early. I personally prefer to be about 2 weeks ahead in all of my classes because it really takes the stress out of school. It gives you time to review, gives you time to go to office hours, ask extra questions if you don't understand. And I promise that if you're able to find your cycles to optimize your time, that you really can get 10x more done and then live a more effective life. Thanks for watching my video today. Please like and subscribe, and if you would like to see more, here's a video right here, I'm going to put it right there, about 5 effective habits of college students.